Hi, today we're going to discuss speech anxiety and what it is for people nowadays and how they deal with it. Now, I'm going to give you a brief scenario on how it feels for some people when they're giving a speech and they're trying to express their thoughts in front of a large crowd. Imagine you're a 15-year-old teenager and you're having a sleepover at one of your friends' home and you've struggled with using the restroom in your sleep, but you're pretty confident that you can do it this time and that you won't have any issues. So you go to sleep and you wake up and, well, you kind of wet the bed and you're embarrassed and you don't really know what to do. So you freak out and you tell your friends that you're ready to go and call your mom and leave. Now, I know that might be a bit of an extreme example and it might not register to some people who don't have anxiety, but for a lot of people, anxiety is severe. And speech anxiety is definitely something that is really, 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 really a huge big thing these days. Now, I know you're saying, well, don't we all talk to people? We kind of have to talk every day. And yes, we have to speak to people during our daily life, but it's a different type of pressure when you're in front of sometimes hundreds of people trying to express a thought or convey your opinions to someone else who may not care or people that you've never seen before. Brandon Galley actually did a study on how many people have speech anxiety, and about 75% of the people experience speech anxiety. A funny fact, 2% more of that 75 were actually women. And hey, let's face it, women love to talk, right? Now, he also did a study that also wanted to see what phobias ranked number one out of 10. And speech anxiety came in at number one, taking about 19%. Death came in at second with 16%. And people's phobias of spiders and insects similar to it was about 13%. Now I know you're thinking, why? Why are people so much more afraid of speaking than it is death and spiders? Maybe it's because those things we can't avoid. We can't avoid passing away, and we can't avoid the spiders that naturally live around us. Some people feel that they can avoid giving speeches and that it'll be a lot easier if they didn't have to do them. Now, Inc.com actually has a 5P program or a P-step system that help you come to terms with giving speeches. Now, the first P is putting things into perspective, just realizing that, hey, certain things are more important than others, and realizing that this is only a speech. You're not going to die. You're not going to be embarrassed because you forgot a line. No one knows what you're supposed to be talking about, so just keep flowing with it. The second one is to pray. Even if you're not a religious person, you have some type of method of pushing yourself or giving yourself some type of speech before you go out to do something. Say those things. Give yourself an affirmation that you can repeat over and over again to help ensure that when you're out there and you're on that podium that you are more than confident with what you're saying. The third thing is permission. Now, the permission to take a break and to say, woosah, and give yourself a moment. Even while on the podium, give yourself a moment to recover and to get your thoughts together. It's also good to have some bullet points or some notes or note cards to refer to so that way you don't get off track. The fourth thing is maybe you need to see a physician. Maybe you need to go and talk to someone about your fears and possibly go to some type of therapy and relieve those stresses with another person who can give you some better insight. The fifth thing and the final thing is some physical activity. It's nothing more comforting than to go out and work out and relieve some of that pressure on a treadmill or some jump rope or even a punching bag for that sake. Now, I know you're saying, okay, I've done all these things and I'm still having issues. What can I take from this? And what can I use in my daily life when I'm about to give this speech in front of hundreds of people that I don't know? What are some key things that I need to remember? Number one, if you're giving a speech about a topic that you don't know about, make sure that you study. Make sure that you know all of your information. And the University of Pittsburgh actually gave me a good list of things to do prior to a speech. Make sure that you're studying. It's a major, major key in giving a speech. Now, not just studying, sometimes being aware of your speech, knowing that, well, some people might not gravitate to what you're saying, and it's okay. Your speech is your speech, and it's just that it's yours. Everyone is not going to agree with you. Everyone is not going to say good job or, oh my God, that helped me out a lot. But make sure that you're confident in whatever you're saying. Another thing that was on there was just be realistic. Whatever you're saying, being realistic helps, because if you're trying to pitch an idea to someone, give them some real life examples like I did at the beginning of this video. And I'm sure to help them come around and see things your way. Now, if you tried all these things and they're still not working for you, like I mentioned, go ahead and see someone and try to get some insight on possibly why you're afraid. It may be something other than just the speech anxiety. But I'm more than confident that if you follow these tools and you use them effectively and you take your time and give yourself enough time to prepare, that you'll do just fine. Thank you so much.